this for Beam about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. And I worked on it a little bit, but I didn't really like how it came out. So I thought I'd redo it with this new tutorial. So what I did is I deleted everything in here. Just deleted all, and I made a new mesh plane. And then I have to subdivide it, but I'll go ahead and put the texture on it first. I'll call this, I don't know, S road or something. And the base texture will be just a picture that's asphalt. The texture of this road here. Alright, so that's the way we're headed, right? That direction. Alright, let's make a mesh plane. I'm sorry, a mesh, not a mesh. A curve path. A curve path. Or you can try some of the experimental ones, but I just stick to the curve path because I know that one. I'm going to rotate my road the same direction as that path. Path is that there, Nurb Path. You go to edit mode to see the node, but what you do is you pick your road and you need to assign a modifier that deform curve. And the curve object will be the Nurb Path. So now wherever this path is like it's going to go in which way. Let me see if I can move this a bit. Now if I go to edit mode, you get these little balls come up, right? These balls adjust, you know, which direction it's going to go and whatnot. But before we make that part of it, what we need to do is go into edit mode and subdivide it, or it's not going to bend. So it's got to bend. You got to go into edit mode, and what we'll do is go to edge, subdivide, and however many times you think will make it bend good, you'd want to subdivide it. That'd probably be fine. That'd be really good. That'd be better. So, you know, you don't want to go crazy though. You don't want to put so many that it's going to make the damn thing really a lot of polys. But this one will not be too long, so I'll do it a little more detailed than what I would normally. Now, if I want to add more to the edge here, see, we got the edge of the road is right there. Keeping in mind, this will be the road, right? And you can change this texture to be whatever color you want. In fact, I probably will change it to match what the question asked about it. You know, who asked about it. So I just stuck this on here because I thought it looked good. In edit mode, go into loop cut, and you can add new loop cut. Right? I don't know how many I put there. Nope, I didn't do it. I think that was how many. Yeah, something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's close enough. Probably one more here. So I like to do with my little roads is make sure they don't make it too easy to go off the side of it. Like you can stay on the road better. So I'm going to go to the top view and pick right to the edge of that white line. Not all of them, just one damn line. Like that. And then I go to my view here. I'll turn this key on here. So when you go to move those, see how it has this big circle? You adjust the circle, and it'll adjust the amount of influence it's got. But we're gonna make that thing that's over there. I need to do it like this. I'm getting confused because I was doing two tutorials, one with this object and one with the other object, and I ended up not making the damn thing. And the one that I was gonna make, so I figured I'd just do the one that they asked about, but I keep forgetting. They're trying to make the other thing that you don't want. Alright, this thing here, let's look at it. Oh, damn it. That. I messed up, man. I messed up. No, I didn't. I almost did, though. Yep, I did mess up. I didn't select X-ray. So, this little thing up here at the top, this is, makes it see all the way through the object. So it'll pick them all the way down the line instead of just one at the end. If you hold shift, pick them. It'll pick them all the way down the line. Oh, damn, I did it the wrong way again. It'll pick them all the way down the line. Like that. With that turned on. Alright. Now you see how it's got the, you can see where it's not smooth. I'll show you how to fix that. But before you fix that, you need to, in edit mode, you need to select the edges that are at the edge of the road. Not the edge, but you know, right like that. And tell it to mark those sharp. That way when you select them all and you say shade smooth in object mode, sorry, just pick the damn thing and hit A to select all, and shade smooth. So when it repeats itself, which is going to repeat itself here in a second, it doesn't have like a rounded part there at the edges. So we need to add another modifier. This one will be an array. I should have added the array first, but it's alright. Alright, we're not doing it that way, so we got to pick the number the other way. Then we go back to our Nurb Path, go back to like the top view and shape it to be that thing. So picking the Nurb Path and going into edit mode, we are back where we were a minute ago. Yeah, I screwed up, man. That ain't gonna work like that. That's got to go. One's got to go in front of the other one. I didn't know if it really mattered, but it does. Now, let's do right. I'll hit A, select all, and go to control point and smooth. Now, about the special colors. So it's not too difficult to do that. You got to edit your mesh plane, which that's the first one, remember. The one before, we added all that other stuff. So what you'll do is you'll pick the top part that you want to be one color. And pretty much everything above that line. We want that to be a different color, then we need to have another texture to assign to it. And that's how we do that. We can just call that one S-Road Top. I don't know. S-Road Top. And I'll make that one the other color, but we'll do it like this. We'll assign that to that. And you can make it a color if you want to make it a color. And then go to the bottom and select this and make that the other one. I'll just make a new one. Let's do it like that. And that's the new, this will be the bottom. Now delete the other one. Or maybe leave it in there if somebody wants it. You know what I mean? I guess it wouldn't hurt. S-Road Bottom. And assign that to that. So when I go to select it, Alright, let's now export it to the game. Yeah, we'll export it to the game like it is. I need to check the scale first. I didn't even think about that. So I'm going to import in the car from the game. Check the scale. Might be about right. I think the thing's got to be at least, the distance from there to there has to be at least bumper to bumper if it's going to ride on the wheels. The wheels are going to make contact, because if they don't make contact some of the time, they're going to fall down. It's going to hit that like a bump. It's going to flip it like that. Alright, now we're not going to apply these settings. We're just going to leave them. But when we export this, we need to apply all the transforms. I just scaled it, and I knew that was going to do that. And let's just send it over like it is. I'll just make it a little bigger. Wait, why the fucking origin off, man? Alright, now it's fine. Sorry. I must have moved it, didn't realize it. Alright, export to DAE into the level you want it in. Let's make a folder in here. That's where we'll send it to. But before we send it there, we need to go into here and tell it to apply the modifiers in the viewport. And we're only going to send the mesh plane, not going to send the Nurb Path, so we'll say selection only. Now we can go into the game and import it in. And in the sign material, if we want to add a new ground model to it, because right now it's asphalt. Let me adjust the color if you need to adjust it. Oh, it was right. I don't know why it did that. Oh, when it's selected, it makes it orange. I don't know if I like that. I think they added that. I don't think that didn't used to do that. Alright. Go into the inspector and tell it to be visible mesh final. And apply the transforms. No, sorry. Not apply the transforms. Rebuild the collision. And then try it and see. I gotta fix them particles again. They're not right. Alright, I just realized something. It's too wide. Now I can just scale it in the game. Or I can come back here and just scale it here. Oh, it's damn crooked at the end. See that? That's what's throwing me off. I just pick that Nurb Path and just adjust it. Re-export it. What happened to it? Oh, dumbass. You should trying to send the damn Nurb Path there. That don't work. Ridiculous. Alright, let's do something different. Let's go into side view. Or it don't really matter. Just grab the thing here and then go to a side view. And this time we'll do it like this. Let's rebuild our collisions. Yeah, pick the damn path instead of the plane. That's the wrong side. And I did it again. Well, if y'all make that mistake, y'all know how to fix it. Oh, you can tell the texture to be double-sided too. You can change the type of material that, in additional info, you can change the ground type if you want it to be a different surface type. Oh yeah, double-sided. Pretty much it. What I'll do is I'll 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 zip the Blender file. So you got the Blender file, and I'll zip the DAE. And the way it's in the level here, the same way you'll put it back. But since it does have textures in it, that depend on a location, we got to take those out. In the main dot material, we got to remove the section if there's any that's got where the texture is located. And it did not do the other texture. I know why now, because it wasn't actually assigned to the damn slide thing. But we're not going to worry about that then. Unless you want a different one, then I'll tell you, I'll just delete that for now. And then you see how it's like that in its own little folder? That's where you'll unzip it to, in whatever level you want it in. Now you can change the material. I could have picked that material and assigned it to it in here. Did I delete it already? I think I did. Yeah, I did. But I still got them all here. I'll put them back. I have them here in my downloads folder. Let's see here. Downloads. Alright, so these are all the materials if you want them. You don't gotta use these. But they're 4K. There's that road there. So that was the road top. So the top, we'll do is change the base texture map. We'll put the base texture in the base. And change that back to white, metallic, and turn that down. Bit normal mapping. Detailed normal mapping. I'll leave that one. Roughness. Cavity. Normal. Bump. Ambient occlusion. Well, there's not a roughness one. Yeah, there it is. Saving material. Now, if you want to do like me and put them in any level, then you'll have to remove this stuff here. So that all that's left is the name of the texture. And don't worry, you don't have to add a new location to it. It'll load just fine, whatever level you stick that folder in, once you save it. And then you can move it into any level. Whatever level you want to put it in, it'll move now. And it'll load in that level in this asset browser. Like East Coast, for example. I can just drag the folder and put it in there. I can load East Coast. Forgot to set visible mesh file.